All right. Whew, round 25. You know, I was thinking it would be interesting, or like, how could they actually make Factory more difficult, but still interesting? Like, how could they have made the later rounds more difficult? I kind of like the way that, like, it would be weird if the difficulty curve went, like, up, 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 up. Because you'd kind of guaranteed plateau at certain rounds. Like, I was thinking of if, for example, they, like, limited you to, like a reverse elevation. So, like, instead, every round, you're, like, rounds 10 through 15, you have, like, one Pokemon from, like, level 50's round 3 or whatever. I guess it wouldn't work in open level. But you would have, like, one Pokemon from round 3. Then, like, 15 to 20, you have, like, 2 Pokemon guaranteed from that round 3 pool. And, like, eventually you're just, like, playing with, like, that lower subset of Mons against higher Mons. But I kind of like the way singles works, where it's, like, the difficulty curve isn't just, like, it's, like, up, but then, like, well, I guess it goes down, but, like, you have these little spikes for Noland rounds. I like how that works, because it keeps things exciting every couple rounds. Alright, let's see what we got here. Last 2 drafts were pretty solid, so hopefully we can get something like that again. No type, high risk. A common phrase. Round 25. No type, high risk. Rhydon. I have taken a Golem. Rhydon 1. Interesting. I think Rhydon 1 is more bulk than the other Rhydons, right? $212. 19. Oh, it has less bulk, actually. Because it has, yeah, less special defense, which is the main bulk it needs. Well, it's got Quick Claw. It's something. Oh, Charizard 2. I don't love this Charizard in doubles, because it's like, why do you want a Flyer? So that you can Earthquake. So if your Flyer has Earthquake, it's really only great for double Earthquake. I mean, Ace is fine for the grass types that resist Earthquake, but it's hard to find spots to set up with this Charizard. Okay. Credilli 3. I used to just write this Mon off entirely, but I am now more so like, you know what? It's actually maybe a fine, like, back pivot for doubles. I don't know. So far, those first 3 mons are not super ideal. Not super ideal. Okay, Crobat 1, we could do stuff. I mean, technically, you could do double Earthquake here. Because Charizard does have 152, I guess. I do outspeed Manectrix and KO. Not Jolteons, unfortunately. Crobat 1 is actually slower, which is interesting. So it could target either one. Credillia actually hard walls the electrics, though. So we could do that. I mean, we can do bite stuff too. Oh my gosh, we can. Oh no, we can't go Screech Earthquake because Charizard's faster. Dang, can't go Screech Earthquake. That would have been kind of funny. Crobat, I mean, 2 fast mons like that, you've always got a chance. Right? If we had to face like a Latios, doesn't die a T-Bolt, 34 to 40, and Crobat can't get a roll, unfortunately, but could even go Bite, Ace, Bite if we had to. I mean, I could go Sludge Bomb crit. Wait, is Crobat 1 another one where King's Rock is useless? Is King's Rock, like, useless on a ton of Pokemon here? That's interesting. 34 to 40, though. If we did... So we'd have to do at least 30. I guess it would be a risk to go Bite. But it might be worth it. If we had to lead that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. The problem is, now we gotta decide what we actually want to take with this Lottie. Do we go... Because if we take... Crobat and, like, Credillia in the back, then we're kind of Ice Weak. I guess the interesting thing, too, is we do KO Jolteons with Earthquake. So, like, if we do take Crobat, we can swap... Actually, against, like, the Waters, right? Like, if we had to face, like, Milo 4, T-Bolt's doing 56. I mean, how much is Crobat doing, though? 40? We actually have a decent shot to KO here, and Ice Beam's not going to KO, because Crobat has decent bulk. So I feel like, and even, like, Bite Earthquake stuff with Lottie, or Bite just flinch chances, Crobat Lottie with Credillia in the back might not be bad. I guess Snorlax, we're doing 30 plus 30, and then we can just Declaw again, even if it curses. We just have to hope no Quick Claw. Credillia actually doesn't do great against it after curse. We'd have to go Sunny Day Beam. And because Crobat wouldn't actually kill after a curse, which is kind of annoying. But I guess generally we should be okay. It is nice to have a Recover Mon if needed. I guess we do resist normal moves, so actually Credillia might not be that bad. We don't have a Psychic move on Lottie, so we can't take out... we don't have a Psychic move, so we can't take out, like, Gengars reliably, which is kind of annoying. We'd have to, like, double them. It's kind of annoying. Gengars are going to be kind of annoying. Declaw actually has a shot to KO, though. I guess we just go Bite Declaw. Bite actually 2 shots, though, so I guess we would go, and we outspeed. Even 6 IV? Yeah. So we would go Bite. I mean, I guess we could Bite Declaw, depending on if the other mon's going to double us. We could even go, like, Bite something else with Lottie. That's kind of annoying. With lefties, though, we shouldn't get... Yeah, very unlikely to get 2-shot. And we've got a fortress. Alright. Lum. That's our Lum on the fortress. Is that fortress 2? Can't forget the fortress sets. Earthquake double edge counter protect, yeah. So who would we... I mean, I feel like Crobat Lottie just kind of makes sense. We can actually go Screech Earthquake, too. That's funny. Oh, we can actually go Screech Earthquake if we wanted to. I guess that would be helpful... Who would that be helpful? That could be helpful in certain scenarios. Well, I guess we could just beam a Rhydon. Oh, it's Rhydon 2 that has the most bulk. Rhydon 1 is actually the mid-bulk Rhydon. I guess most of them we would just Ice Beam, though, rather than risk a Screech Earthquake. Or a Rock Slide Flinch. Although, I guess Crobat can't be flinched, so... I mean, we could also take something like Charizard in the back. I don't love that. I like having a like a normal resist recover mon. Feels like it could be useful. Technically, we could take Rhydon. It doesn't have Lightning Rod. Rhydon in the back actually might not be horrible either. We're pretty... I mean, then we have 3... Well, I guess regardless, we're going to have 3 Ice Weak Mons. I guess the difference is Credilli can smack him with a Solar Beam. So if we face like a Regice, right, we would have to go... We can't hit him with Clear Body. So we'd have to go... And we have a chance to die there. But I guess... Rhydon does outspeed. Okay, so Rhydon outspeeds Regices with the IB advantage, so that's kind of interesting. Thanks, Body Parts. Rhydon, and whoever Rhydon comes in for can just click a move. Are we worried about any waters? I guess, like, Swamperts, we just, like, two-shot and have to worry about, Mirror Coat crap. Yeah, that's kind of tricky, I guess, with Swampert, because if we go Declaw, we can't double it up with, like, a Screech or anything. We could go Declaw Bite, but then if I get Mirror Coated, I die. That's kind of tricky. I mean, if I don't attack, it can two-shot. Cordelia actually outspeeds both of them as well. Obviously, Solar Beam rocks it. Doesn't really do much to Regice, unfortunately. Sub could be interesting. I mean, both Rhydon and it are going to resist electrics. I guess Rhydon should help more against Quick Claw stuff, and Rhydon's going to help more against, like, Snorlax, right? Even with a Curse, it's only doing 50%. Let me smack it with the Brick Break. Rhydon could be the play, actually, here. Is Rhydon the play? Yeah, I mean, we outspeed Regices. We just have to get a little chip on him, right? As long as we hit with, because we're doing 58 with both Earthquake and Brick Break. So as long as we hit with the Crobat, we should be in range. As long as we don't get double low rolls, just like mid rolls. We can actually live Ice Beams, too, which is interesting. Is Rhydon safer than Credilli? I guess what situations would I mean, being locked into Solar Beam is certainly scary. Am I worried about fire types at all? The only annoying thing with Rhydon is Earthquake from Melody, so like I'm gonna hit myself for 40% plus. Whereas Credilli, I'm only taking 25 to 30, and I'm healing with lefties. It's the only thing. Credilli does feel risky having to set up 2 mons on the field. But I do feel like Recover could be useful to bait things. Because, like, if I wanted to... If I see an electric type... Like, let's say I saw a Jolteon. I guess Jolteon's really the only one I'm concerned with, because Jolteon's faster than Crobat and can KO it. Although I guess if I went Rhydon, I wouldn't even Earthquake necessarily. I could just target the other Mon, then target it with Lottie and Earthquake, as long as it's not faster and KOs Rhydon. It is kind of a risk though, because like if I'm switching out, and like what about like a Zapdos? No. Yeah. So if I see a Zapdos, I'd have to swap out. No, because... Oh, yeah, I would. Yeah. But there I'm swapping and Ice Beaming. Or again, target the other Mon, let Rhydon come in and Rock Tomb it. That doesn't even kill, actually. Wow. Rhydon does feel risky. It does help. Like I said, the Quick Claw helps against opposing Quick Claws. But then again, Credilli is just like bulkier. Yeah, Lapras outspeeds me, unfortunately. So I'd never get a Solar Beam off. I would just be able to recover stall it a little bit, like 2 Ice Beams. Rhydon or Credilli? I don't think Fortress is worth it. I mean, counter can do fine against the normals. It can eat an electric hit, I'm sure. I don't think Fortress is the play. It does resist ice. Can't hit Gengar at all, which is kind of scary. Does get 2-shot by Jolteon, which I don't like, although I can protect. Protect is interesting. Honestly, like, all 3 of those mons could be reasonable picks. Like, if I had just absolute junk, all 3 of these are reasonable picks. It's just trying to edge out which is the best for this team. Is there ever, like, because, like, I feel like there's almost no situations where I'm swapping Lottie out. I guess Heracross is scary because I don't have Psychic. Or Aerial Ace. Heracross is kind of scary, actually. Which both of them don't really help with. I guess Fortress would kind of be the best one into Heracross. Maybe. Yeah, ironically. I mean, I guess Crobat 2 shots. So Rhydon's kind of the scariest one, or the... I mean, I could take a Mega Horn. Rhydon's kind of safe, though. I just feel like there's situations I could get into trouble with Credilli. Then again, Rhydon's the same thing. If I'm gonna eat... I guess if I'm gonna eat a grass hit, I can swap back. If I'm gonna eat a water or an ice, I mean, technically I could swap back. If it's water. But if it's ice, I can't really swap back, unfortunately. If it's fighting, I could. But it's the same. It's really the same deal with Credilli. But then again, Credilli has... So... I guess the upshot of Credilli is... What? That I can recover and I have lefties. Whereas Rhydon, it's like I'm going to be able to actually attack turn 1. I kind of like the ability to actually attack turn 1. And like I said, like if I get in situations where I need to hit a Quick Claw, it's like a 50-50 if the opponent's going to Quick Claw. Slowking actually doesn't even KO with Surf. That's actually huge. Slowking 3 at least. And there's a roll on Slowking 4. It's actually kind of huge. I'm kind of thinking Rhydon in the back. I think Rhydon has a lot of upside. Just being able to attack turn 1 and have the Quick Claw variance. I think we have enough power, especially with Screech, to power through any sort of Stallmon. And the other thing is, meta could be scary for this team. Right? If Latios somehow goes down to like a Quick Claw crit or something annoying. Right? Mash crit. Rhydon doesn't die in KOs, so that actually helps. That's actually a big reason to have Rhydon, I think, too. Alright, we're going Rhydon. No type high risk. Could also... The Lightning Rod guess could also prevent them from using T-Waves on turn 2 if I switch in. Steelix and Misdreavus. This is an extremely scary lead because of high risk. Thanks, Daretepic, for the follow there. This is extremely scary for the high risk explosion. This is terrifying. Like 10% chance to boom plus 20% quick claw. That's a 2% chance to just boom next to a ghost type, and then I just lose. Virtually, I mean. Thankfully, it could be any Steelix, but it's likely one with Explosion. I guess the problem is, what do I do against that? It's actually, what's interesting is if I swap, so, okay, there's two things I could do here. I could go for the Steelix and lower its health, and then the Quick Claw next turn is more likely to KO. Or sorry. All right, let me just explain this. So, Latios and Crobat are not going to be able to take out the Steelix right here. So if it's Steelix 4, Ice Beam's only doing 50%, and even after 2 Ice Beams, it could be at like 1% or something, and then it's very, very likely to just boom. If, however, I so the other thing I could do though is see, and even Screech Earthquake doesn't get it in range, as you can see here. Crobat's doing nothing. Bite is doing about 8%, which is fine. That gives me the range I need to Ice Beam the next turn. So Bite Ice Beam into Ice Beam is a play because I have flinch chance for turn 1 booms, and I have Ice Beam freeze chance, which helps just prevent future booms, or Ice Beam crit chance. So all of those together are decent. It's a decent option. But the other option is Misdreavus, which it's likely to be, let's see, 1, 3, or 4. So Misdreavus 1, I don't think I can KO. And it's going to T-Wave me, which is kind of annoying. So Bite does 37. Let me think about this. Bite does 37. And Latios does... So I guess Bite Dragon Claw does have a way to kill Misdreavus 1. Misdreavus 3 is going to be the same thing. I could actually calculate the odds to KO there. So it's 60 to 70. And it's actually decent odds to KO. So that's decent odds to KO. Misdreavus 4 is going to outspeed, but we will always KO Misdreavus 4. And I don't... So because Misdreavus 4 outspeeds Lottie, I don't really want to put it in a range where it'll debond, which I wouldn't do that unless I got a Bite crit low roll. Because the other option here is because if it's Misdreavus 4, if it's Misdreavus 4, it's going to T-Bolt. If it's Misdreavus 3, it's going to T-Wave, most likely. If it's Misdreavus 1, it's going to T-Wave, most likely. So, switching in Rhydon is kind of interesting, because if I switch in Rhydon, I take the T-Waves, I take the T-Bolt, and Steelix 4 boom does not KO me, and then then I can just Ice Beam EQ the Steelix the next turn, and I have Quick Claw Prevention because I guess Steelix would Iron Tail, so that's a risk I'm taking. It could also Body Slam or Rock Slide, which is fine. Dragon Breath, kind of annoying. But at least it would tell me it's not Boom. This is definitely a scary lead for us. So if I switched in Rhydon, I would switch it in for Crobat. Because Bite, Earthquake doesn't KO Steelix. Yeah, Bite, Earthquake doesn't KO Steelix. Does Misdreavus 4 KO? No, it shouldn't KO with Psychic, okay? After... the question is if I do switch in Rhydon, what would I do with Lottie? Because the issue here is... Because then Steelix would Earthquake instead of booming. So what's nice is I could... Well, it's tricky because If I Ice Beam and hit the roll... Do I go for the Mischievous? Okay, so the only thing switching and Rhydon is definitely better for Quick Claw Boom. Definitely better for Quick Claw Boom. Do I even have a... But, like, I guess in that scenario, then I shouldn't even try to prevent that, really. Because if that happens, that's just... I'm just kind of screwed. Now, regular Boom, no Quick Claw, switching Rhydon is worse. Which is actually higher likelihood, because it's 80% to not Quick Claw, 20% to Quick Claw. So switching on Rhydon is actually worse, because I could just straight up KO the Mischievous right now. And then if Steelix booms, it would KO its partner and I'd be fine. So I kind of like going for the Mischievous right now. I kind of like going for the Mischievous with D-Claw Bite. And Bite also prevents the T-Wave, potentially. I mean, that's a pretty good chance to KO. Right, if I get a decent, like even if I get a low roll, like it's at 121. Wait a second, what was I looking at? Got 153 health. Oh, even if I get a low roll, like, okay, like 60, it's at 93. Like, even 2 low rolls, it's pretty likely that it dies. But I think I like that option. And then going for the Steelix later. Oh my gosh, it got the Quick Claw, but it body slammed. Holy crap, and it paralyzed me. It seems like a decent roll, like 40. Okay, sweet, we got the KO. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying. Electrode. Oh my goodness gracious. So it was Steelix 3. That straight up could have boomed, and I would just lose. That straight up could have boomed. I guess technically I could have won if it was like Mischievous 3 and Steelix and Electrode. I guess technically Rhydon could have 1v3'd that. Rhydon could have 1v3'd that. We don't know what Mischievous does. We just know it wasn't 4. Let's see, Electrode. So, Electrode could be... Let's see, it wasn't 4, so it was likely to be Mischievous 1 or 3. Because I don't think I was killing 2. Was I killing 2? Oh, yeah, I was killing 2. Wait. So I did about 40%. I would have done more against Mischievous 2. So it was 1... So it was 1 or 3, which means... it had a high-risk move, so it could be any Electrode. But if it was 1 or 3, it would eliminate 1 or 2. Certainly could be Electrode 3 or 4. What I actually kind of like doing here... Well, okay. First off, it's actually gonna see a kill. So what I like doing is just ice... Okay. So it should always see a kill in a Crobat. So what I like doing is Ice Beaming the Steelix and swapping in... I like Ice Beaming and swapping in... Rhydon. Because here, if I stayed in and I just earthquaked, I mean, yes, I would kill the electrode most likely. But actually, not even most. It depends on which electrode. But then I would hit my own Rhydon. That seems silly. Yeah. So the play has to be switch in Rhydon with the baited electric move and Ice Beam the Steelix, and then I can Earthquake the Steelix next turn with Rhydon. Got a high roll there. Okay, no para's nice. Earthquake. Is there anything that I guess Steelix could Quick Claw Body Slam me and para me. It could Quick Claw Body para the Rhydon, but Ice Beam after that roll should be fine. So I'm just gonna double. Okay, Endure is fine. Or it could flinch me with Rock Slide, yeah. So we could freeze the Electrode, but there's nothing Electrode could do here. Because Boom doesn't even KO Rhydon. And we have another Mon in the back. So we're totally fine. Lychee Berry, okay. Oh my gosh. Going for the triple Endure. I like how Endure was highest move there. Okay. Got the 169. 169. So that was Electrode 3. We still don't know what Mischievous it was. I don't think we're taking any of them, though. Rhydon's definitely better than Steelix 3. With 31 IVs, at least. Psychic? No phrase. Technically, I guess Steelix does switch into Psychic moves better. But I think Crobat should have enough bulk to live Psychics, right? And in like the ones it doesn't live, I should be able to take them out. Like Alakazam 4, we're faster than. We can just Declaw and Sludge Bomb. I mean, we have Bright Powder, but Crobat's not living that. But like, you know, Hypno 4, I should. Yeah. Slow Kings. Yeah. We're living Psychics. Unless it's a really, really powerful Psychic. Yeah. Even Lottie 1, we're fine. Okay. The top trainer, that's me. Now we don't want to see Metagross for sure. Oh, it is a Zam. Oh, Metacham's super annoying here because of Fake Out. I mean, it can't Fake Out Crobat. Another really annoying lead, to be honest. Anytime the opponent has Fake Out, it's kind of scary. I mean, it's unlikely to be Machamp 2 because there's no phrase. Can't be Alakazam 3. And obviously Alakazam 4 is scary for Bright Powder. And I mean, there's a chance that Alakazam is inner focus, which is also scary. I mean, Lottie might just have to clutch this up. So, Lottie Earthquake crit does KO Alakazam. So even if, Bite, and Bite will get it. So Bite like Bite crit or Bite, unless it's a low roll. Actually, even the low roll might do it because of crit mechanics. No, okay. So just a low roll crit doesn't KO, but that's fine. It's a 50-50 to be inner focus. Do we just have to ignore Medicham here? I think we do. I mean, both of them are honestly kind of scary for... well, okay. I guess, is Alakazam... like, if it's Alakazam 1... I guess Ice Punch is rocking me. Yeah. We don't like Ice Punches. Alakazam 2 would be fine. Medicham is also just kind of annoying, but like... Earthquake crit will KO Medicham. It could put it in indoor range, but it's unlikely. That does a lot. I mean, so we could double the Medicham, we could double the Alakazam. If we get 2 moves off, we're KOing. Because Medicham doesn't see a kill, it's just gotta be the Alakazam. Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, no Quick Claw. We hit the Bite. Just gotta hit the Earthquake. Huge. Okay. Don't know what Alakazam that was. Oh my. That's not fun. Okay, no freeze. We're at 108. I didn't get a crit, thankfully. I think we just take out the Medicham here. If Gengar Quick Claw, like, crits us... Or not Quick Claw crit. I guess Quick Claw would be the scary one because of Giga Drain. Right? Although if it's... Actually, if it's that one, we're fine. If it's that one, we're fine because it doesn't have an ice move. So we're actually fine. So it'd really have to be, like, Gengar... 4 or 5, something with Ice Punch, right? It's only doing 96 max, so we'll just but in case it does crit the Lottie, we just double the Medicham here with D-Claw, Sludge Bomb. Yeah. See which Gengar this is. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't have Ice Punch. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I mean, hopefully it doesn't get a crit here. It's not the... Well, actually, it could be the Giga Drain one. Okay. We got the D-Claw off. If Latios kept getting paralyzed, that could have been scary. Because that actually could have been Quick Claw Gengar. And Quick Claw Gengar could have Quick Clawed the Crobat, T-Bolted, I get paralyzed, and then Giga Drained, healed a bunch of health back. That could have gotten scary. I know, bite. Yeah, it does. It has special attack investment though, 170. And quirky nature means it's not like a minus special attack nature, so 170. Okay. Yes, let's see what it is. No type. High risk. Oh wait, I didn't remove these mons here. Let's see. That's the team. No type, high risk. Gengar is always interesting to take, but 3 IV Gengar does die to a lot of stuff. And I like the ride on the back. I think it's still working. Gengar doesn't even really help that much with meta anyways, which is probably one of the scarier Pokemon we could face right now. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Bum, 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 bum. Victory Bell, Blastoise. Okay, so Blastoise has counter Mirror Coat, certainly annoying. Victory Bell with Sleep Powder could be annoying. It is high risk, which makes the counter Mirror Coat more likely. Victory Bell, the 4 set with Double Edge, Bright Powder. I mean, Sludge Bomb actually does decent damage too. I wonder if we just I wonder if a play here is to just Ice Beam. Why don't we just Ice Beam the Victory Bell and Screech the Blastoise? And then we can just KO with Crobat the next turn. Because that way we don't have to risk counter or Mirror Coat junk. Right? People will do 69. We'd have to Sludge Bomb to put it in range of that. I mean, technically we could just Sludge Bomb. Oh, Blastoise 3. Technically we could just Sludge Bomb, but the counter is kind of annoying. I guess Ice Beam Freeze is kind of annoying. I guess a Screech Miss would be pretty annoying though. Screech Miss would certainly be pretty annoying. And like, what if Victory Bell gets Bright Powder? I guess if Victory Bell gets Bright Powder, then it's only KOing me. It's actually only KOing me if I get countered. Because Blastoise Ice Beam is not doing as much. I mean, Ice Beam, Freezer, Crit would be pretty annoying. I think it's pretty likely to counter here, though. And Blastoise is actually pretty scary for Rhydon, right? Do we go with the 85 Screech or the Poison? Because if I crit and he counters, I'm dead as well, which is kind of annoying. I guess it's not that bad, though, because then Lottie can KO. If we do get the Poison, that helps with Focus Band. Although, are those Blastoises Shell Bell or Focus Band? Yeah, those ones are, that's what I thought. Those ones are Focus Bands. I mean, Bite's a mid-ground where if I get countered, or mirror-coated, it's fine, because I don't take that much. But then I have to waste another move on it the next turn. Bite's like the mid... Screech is the high-risk, high-reward... Well, I guess both Screech and Counter are high-risk, high-reward. Because Screech, I'm kind of forced to target it with Sludge Bomb the next turn. Oh wait, but I wouldn't even kill. The only thing Screech would do is allow me to go Earthquake Sludge Bomb the next turn. So maybe I do want a Sludge Bomb because I'd have to double target it, right? Because I wouldn't even be able to kill with a +2 Sludge Bomb. So I think I either go Bite. Well, Bite does 15. Maybe Bite's the play then. I guess I'd have to double target it with Bite or Screech. The only time I don't have to double target it is if I go Sludge Bomb. I think Sludge Bomb's fine. I guess the counter thing is kind of annoying. Bite does prevent it from attacking the next turn. And Bite will get it with... maybe I want to Bite. Yeah, I kind of like Bite, actually. In case I get mirror-coated or countered, and then Victory Bell gets the Bright Powder. Okay. Because if Lottie went down, that'd be pretty bad here. Blastoise flinched. Look at that. Alright, so now... do we actually... Who do we go for here? So it had to be Victory Bell 4. Because Mr. Mime doesn't have a high-risk move. It's gotta be Blastoise 2, 3, or 4. More likely to have Mirror Coat. Mr. Mime can't be 4, so it's going to be 1, 2, or 3. But even Mr. Mime 1 with Magical Leaf doesn't take out Rhydon. So I guess we just take out the Blastoise. And Bite also helps with Focus Band if it gets it. Okay, no Fake Out. Okay, no Focus Band. Psychic into Latios, that's funny. Get the poison, doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't matter what mime it is, we're not taking it. Blastoise is an interesting Pokemon for the Ice Resist. Rock? No Phrase. Rock? No Phrase. Armaldo? Armaldo could be kind of scary. Quick Claw Rock Slide Junk. Although it can't flinch us, which I guess is nice. Let's see, type. Choice Band Arrow. Is that scary? With boosts, yeah. Although I guess if it Choice Bands into Ancient Power... Wow, it actually doesn't see a kill in Crobat. If it Choice Bands into Ancient Power, then Rhydon is fine against it. So that's fine. I guess Arrow 1 with like a crit boost would be the most annoying. No, even then it actually doesn't do anything to Rhydon. Golem, Quick Claw Boom's kind of annoying. Shuckle can always be annoying. Credilli should be fine, just gotta worry about Meercoat. Armaldo should be fine, I think. Yeah. We just have to hope for no, like, Rock Slide flinch junk. Although Armaldo 4 does pack a punch. I mean, Blastoise would certainly be great into Rock No Phrase. Not really good for the electrics, though, which I feel like is the kind of the main thing I need here. Crobat, because there are certain electrics that are faster, like Electrode or Jolteon. Like, I mean, Rhydon definitely helped in that one battle. No, we're not going to swap. I don't mind swapping for a Blastoise, though. It has enough bulk that even 3 IV, it can be okay. And that one likely had Earthquake, too. Oh, gosh. That's a scary lead. I wonder if we Screech this Snorlax. I actually definitely wonder if we Screech this Snorlax. Because it could counter here. With Rock No Phrase, though. So Rock No Phrase means it's very likely to be Arrow 1. But even with like the Lax 2 stuff with Curse, I think we'd want to Screech it. Yeah, even Arrow 1 we're very, very likely to kill. Yeah. So we kind of just have to I guess T-Bolt the arrow, and then for like Snorlaxes, I guess we just go Screech. So we can Earthquake Sludge Bomb, and then also if we Screech, it lets Rhydon just straight up KO in the back if we need to. We could Sludge Bomb, but I don't love that idea. I like Screech. And T-Bolt. Okay. See how much damage this does? That's a freaking crit. That's a crit. Oh my gosh. If Snorlax has Earthquake, this is bad. Okay, so that is Arrow 2. That is Arrow 2. Okay, that's horrible. And that's gotta be Snorlax 2 with Earthquake? Wait. Hold on. That was a high roll Arrow 2 crit. Gosh, we have to hope that something in the back can't KO us. Oh wait, it was Crobat. I erased this stuff. Crobat 1. Latios 3. Rhydon 1. Gosh dang. Freaking Choice Band, Arrow crit. I mean, there's not... You can't do anything about that. You can't do anything about that. I mean, I feel like I kind of have to just avoid the arrow. Ancient Power's doing nothing. Rock Tomb can pick up the KO. Problem is Snorlax just cursed. But he's at -1 defense. I feel like we gotta go Brick Break Sludge Bomb. Right? Because even Snorlax 4... Yeah, we gotta go Brick Break Sludge Bomb into Lax and just take it out, I think. And then hope that whatever in the back is Rhydon can take out. Or we can also hope that Arrow targets Rhydon this turn. But we can't really let Lax get a +1 Brick Break or something off into Rhydon or an Earthquake. Yeah. Okay, good thing we hit the Screech. Is that real? That wasn't even KOing. Wow. I don't have Reflect on or anything. Seems kind of weak. I guess it is max defense. Okay. Let's Sludge Bomb, Brick Break. We're hoping for Arrow to target the Rhydon. Dang it. Okay, he's going to see a kill next turn now. No boost. No boost. That's good. That's good. So we're basically getting a free turn of the next Pokemon targeting us, too. Don't know what Lax that was. I'm surprised it wouldn't have Earthquaked if it was Lax, too. Okay, okay, okay. This is fine. This is fine. We Earthquake the Aggron. Oh yeah, I always forgot. It was Rock No Phrase. It was always a rock in the back. Oh, man. Okay. So I think... I mean, if it's Quick Claw, it's going to Earthquake, which is certainly scary. I mean, Aggron 3 is kind of scary. Bright Powder. We are faster than all these, though. We just gotta hit the Earthquake. Just gotta hit the Earthquake. And it should target Crobat, too, which is nice. That helps it not do something, stupid. Alright. Got the Quick Claw. Hit. Oh my gosh, so if Aggron had Quick Claw, that was a 50-50. But if Aggron got a Quick Claw, it was going to target Crobat. The only risk is if it like targeted Crobat with like a Rock Slide or something annoying. Okay, no boost. No boost. Okay. Is there any... I guess we go Rock Tomb, Brick Break? I mean, Brick Break, there's a risk we have to 3-shot it, in which case it gets boosts. I mean, I think Rock Tomb into Brick Break is fine. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Rhydon. And we got the roll. Oh my goodness. Freaking Choice Band Arrow crit. Insane. 5th match is next. No type. No phrase. So that was for sure Snorlax 2. Because it couldn't have been high risk. No type, no phrase. Obviously it didn't Earthquake because we didn't have a I didn't have a ground mon. That's so if I had a grounded mon there, I was getting Earthquaked. And Rhydon was gonna get smacked with a Snorlax Earthquake. So we're extremely lucky we hit the we're extremely lucky that we hit the Screech. Arrow 2 is actually an interesting pick as well. For the Arrow 2 is an interesting pick for Crobat, although we are kind of weak to Electrics and like Jolteon. But having the double Earthquake up front is pretty crazy. I mean, like, Arrow 2 is a good Pokemon. It's a little... I wish I could take Arrow 2 and Lax 2. I feel like Lax 2 in the back with Arrow 2 up front is kind of crazy. Lax 2 in the back, though, then we don't have to worry about Laxes. Is that really better against metas, though? That I don't know. Because I'd have to set up curses. And we're getting 2-shot. That's kind of scary. I think this is 5th match, so I think this is actually 172. I think I was a couple behind. Do we keep the 31 IV or do we take an Arrow? I mean, like, what is Crobat really helping with that much? Because Arrow 2 up front, I guess the only risk would be Quick Claws from meta. But, like, Crobat doesn't do anything to meta. Arrow 2 actually has a chance to kill meta, wow. No bulk ones. Which actually it's actually a pretty... That's a pretty sweet deal right there. I mean, Regice were totally fine. We just AP and Earthquake. Whereas otherwise we don't really have a chance. I feel like Arrow 2 actually kind of makes more sense over Crobat. Like, what is Sludge Bomb really giving me? I mean, Earthquake is sort of a risk with Rhydon. But I think there's a lot of situations where Arrow 2 is just straight up better. Like, even against Lotties, right? We just AP for 40... I mean, yeah, we're fine because D-Claw. D-Claw's doing 71. All we gotta do is 30. That situation is the same. Like, there's really no situation where... And Arrow has Ace, which is actually just better for Heracross. I have to take that. It's way better for the Heracross matchup. Arrow 2 is just a monster, especially if you have a Lottie. Like, Arrow 2 Lottie is such a crazy lead. Like, even right here where Amp is likely to KO, I guess the only risk here is if Moltres protects. Actually, maybe we have a safer play here with a swap to Rhydon. Because... yeah, maybe we don't actually need to lock in with Arrow here. Because if we lock in... I guess we're not scared of the Moltres, so we could just lock in a double Earthquake. It was no type, no phrase, which means it's not Moltres 4. It's probably likely to be Moltres... I mean, I guess Moltres 1, but it does have an overlapping item with Ampharos. Likely to be Ampharos 3, Focus Band. But like Ampharos 3... I actually don't... So Ampharos is always clicking an electric move. Even with T-Punch. Yeah, it's 100%. Okay. So it's always going electric move. So if I switch to Rhydon, I'm guaranteed fine. Now, even with max defense... Wait, do we just kill all these Ampharoses? I guess 4 is the only one that has a shot. So I guess Earthquake plus... yeah, I guess we don't really need to swap. I mean, the only thing... the only thing swapping does... we have a good... So, the only thing swapping does... We have a pretty good chance. It could be Protect Moltres. So I guess the most annoying situation would be I missed the roll on Amp 4, and it's Protect Moltres, which protects. Moltres 2 and Amp 4 would be... That's pretty unlikely to be that combination. Or I guess Focus Band Amp would be pretty annoying. Amp does outspeed Rhydon, which is kind of annoying. By 1. And they could just T-Wave the Lottie. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like Lottie getting T-Waved. So I think we just click the moves. We're not really threatened by Moltres, so we could double the Amp slot, too, actually. Is that a play? I mean, what's it really going to do? It's not 4, so it's either going to do Flamethrower, Burn, it could Ace, Double Team. I mean, I guess we could just double that slot with I guess we don't want to declock because we could get staticked. I guess we could T-Bolt that slot, Para or Ice Beam. Actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Cover for the Amp 4 roll. Because, like, Moltres is never beating Rhydon. So I actually think we just ignore the Moltres. And cover for the Amp 4 roll. Although I think it's pretty unlikely to be Amp 4 because Moltres 1 is the most likely. So it would have to be Moltres 2 or 3. But it actually still covers for Amp 3. And to cover for Amp 2 Bright Powder, I guess we could Ice Beam to freeze. I guess the other thing to consider... Well, no. Yeah, we don't want to get staticked, so we Ice Beam. Okay, it's probably going for Double Team, since it didn't click Protect. Could be going for Ace. Hit the roll, no Focus Band, no Bright Powder. Gardevoir. Traced Levitate. See, that's kind of horrible. That's why you go for the upside. So Arrow has to switch out here. Moltres double teamed. I'm really glad I doubled that slot now. Because, 1, Arrow has Ace, so we're fine. 2, Gardevoir, Gardevoir's not Lum. Ice Beam did about... well, so, okay. So it actually, Moltres has to have, since Moltres has Double Team, it can't be Gardevoir 2. And that's the only thing we know. Because none of the Gardevoirs have double 3s. And we don't know what Amph it was. But Gardevoir and Porygon are specifically pretty annoying. Especially Porygon, because you can't really... You can't lock into Earthquake against it then with the Trace stuff. If it traces Levitate on Lottie, that's the only risk of Lotties. Or like Earthquake strats in general with a Levitator. Kind of annoying for those Trace mons. Usually Gardevoir, but Porygon can be pretty annoying too. Especially if Porygon doesn't die and it can like T-Wave you. Okay, so let's look at the calcs, see which Lottie or Gardevoir that potentially was. Even though we're probably like, I am probably so fine to just Declaw and probably wasn't a Gardevoir with HP. It seems like. Could have been Gardevoir 4 with Bright Powder. Seems like it did about 45. Or it could have been Gardevoir 8 with Bright Powder. Yeah. Could certainly be a Bright Powder Gardevoir. I mean, either way, we're just decline this. Ignoring the Moltres for now. Hit the Declaw. Okay, we get the KO. Alright, Rock Tomb. T-Bolt. It does have pressure. But we get the Rock Tomb. It was never KO and Rhydon. Alright. Being limber didn't work for me. 6th match. No type. High risk. Now that I have Arrow, which is kind of similar coverage to Rhydon, I am looking to potentially swap this Rhydon. Don't want to swap it for anything there, though. We could have taken Trace Gardevoir. The problem is we just don't have enough info on what that was. Espeon and Buzz. We should outspeed all the Buzzes. This is really nice. Yeah. So we outspeed all the Buzzes. Does Espeon just die? No, it doesn't. We'll just target it with a Ice Beam. Okay. Hit the Buzz. No Bright Powder junk. Does Buzz have Bright Powder, or is it just Focus Band? I think it has one of those. Mind. I guess we could have double Earthquaked. That actually would have been the play. Double Earthquake, now that I think about it. Because we would have hit the back lawn. So that was playing a little fast, I guess. I always forget that I can double Earthquake. Oh no, Electabuzz doesn't have any junk items. So Electabuzz and Manectric are really nice to see. For some reason I thought there was an Electabuzz with either Bright Powder or Focus Band. 7th match. No type, no phrase. I actually don't even think I'm gonna swap. Am I worried about any sort of Quick Claw, Ice Beam, junk? With keeping Rhydon in the back versus another Mon. I think what it's even helpful for. I guess if I took some... I guess the problem is we don't know anything about the Buzz. We know Espeon has Calm Mind. Could be a fine Espeon. We'll just keep the 31 IVs. And the Quick Claw. Boom Insurance with a Resist. Suicune Manectric. Well, it's nice to see Manectric. Thank goodness we got this Arrow. If we had Crobat, this would... I guess Crobat surely doesn't KO. Yeah. So this actually would have been this would have been extremely scary without Arrow 2. That is so nice that we got Arrow 2. This would have been extremely scary. Because Suicune could totally go for like a Surf here and just KO the Rhydon. Or like an Ice Beam, freeze the Rhydon, whatever. Earthquake's doing 41. Latios is doing... So we should be totally fine with Earthquake and T-Bolt. And what's actually really nice about this Lati versus like Lati 2 is that because Lati 2 has Quick Claw, there's actually... This is a situation where Quick Claw activation would be bad, because can you imagine if it was Lati 2 and we go for the T-Bolt and we get Lightning Routed by Manectric, and then we just waste our move, and then Suicune gets a move off, like an Ice Beam Freeze or something? That would be horrible. So we go Earthquake and T-Bolt. I mean, there's actually a case for not even T-Bolt. Well, probably not. Okay, that looks like a bulky Suicune. Is that Suicune 2? Zam. Okay, we outspeed Zams, so we should be fine. Okay, good thing we have Ace. Yeah, that is Suicune 2. We outspeed Zams, thank goodness, by 2. I guess one thing that is a worry is like Zam 4 Bright Powder. Am I worried about that at all? Like, I'm actually kind of considering swapping out here to preserve my Ace, because Aerial Ace is potentially going to be necessary here. Do I ever swap out to keep the Ace? Because, like, how useful is Rhydon here? I guess we're not dying to a dive, which is nice. I guess the annoying thing is if I don't Earthquake here, then I... Well, wait, does Airbud... It doesn't even see a kill on me, does it? Yeah, it doesn't actually see a kill with Thunder Punch. So we're actually fine. We're actually fine. I was thinking in Crobat terms when Alakazam was scarier. And we should... I guess if Suicune protects... Well, regardless, we're not KOing Zam. So we should beam it. Yeah. Sweet. No Bright Powder junk. Now we swap out to get the Ace. And we T-Bolt. Ah, we hit the T-Bolt anyways. Sweet. I guess because it was Suicune 2, that wouldn't have been super scary if we had Crobat, and we would have just made the swap. That would have been kind of annoying, though, because what would I have done? Would I have Earthquaked? I'm trying to think what I would have done there, actually. That would have been a really annoying situation, because I kind of would have to Earthquaked. Yeah. And just let Rhydon take chip and preserve the Lati, like from getting T-waved or something annoying. Oh. Oh man, we're getting close. We are getting close. 175. Gosh, this run has been wild. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how you just gotta ride the variants. Just gotta ride the good variants, and I don't really know anything about it. So, like, some of these plays aren't... I feel like I'm not even making that craziest plays, to be honest. I'm just like, I mean, just playing to what you're dealt, really. And like, you know, what are you going to do against a Choice Band Arrow crit? I'm really thankful that it was Aggron in the back versus, like, a Shuckle actually could have gotten annoying there. If it started, like, double teaming. Or like an Armaldo, something I wouldn't be able to KO. Armaldo with Earthquake would have been absolutely devastating. Yeah. Even like Golem, I don't even think I would have KO'd Golem, would I? Okay, we do KO Golem. Although, yeah. Although there's Quick Claw. There is Quick Claw. But like Armaldo, I mean, that would have been absolutely devastating. To have to go for Earthquake, and then eat. I guess we technically still could have been fine because we could take 2 Ancient Powers and an Earthquake, even 3 Ancient Powers, but we would just have to hope for no crit, no boost. So it still would have been possible, but it would have been... I guess Armaldo 4... It couldn't have been Armaldo 4, though, because of high risk. And Armaldo 1 would have been fine as well. But that was a scary battle. For sure. We only had time for 1 round today. So thanks for tuning in. We're gonna log off here and hope to hit 180 next time. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you all on the next one.